Hey everyone, it's my last day in Vegas, so before I leave, I have $50. It's not on me right now, but I'm going to see how I could turn my $50 into maybe $100 in blackjack. And I don't know how to play blackjack at all, so what I'm going to do in this video is learn how to play blackjack with the use of GPT probably, or might just Google it or something as well. So let's just get straight into it. I need to learn how to play blackjack optimally. Can you teach me how to play blackjack optimally? And I will get GPT to test. Sure, playing blackjack optimally involves using a strategy that minimizes the house's edge and increase your chances of winning. This strategy is often referred to as basic blackjack strategy, which is a mathematically proven set of rules for when to hit, stand, double down, or split based on the hand and dealers. Here's a breakdown of how to play blackjack optimally. So first, understanding the rules. The goal is to get closer to 21 than the dealer without going over. Face cards like king, queen, and jack are worth 10, and aces are worth 1 or 11. And all other cards are worth their face value. You start with 2 cards, and the dealer also gets 2 cards, one face down, one face up, and one face down. So let's see. The basic strategy chart tells you the optimal move based on your hand and on the dealer's up card. Here's how the moves work. So you can hit, stand, double down, split if you have a pair. You can split them into 2 hands, doubling your bet. You could surrender. Okay. Is there online blackjack? Let me quickly look for online blackjack. Let me pause this quick. So I pretty much have this blackjack simulator, and I don't condone gambling at all or promote gambling. This is a fake simulator. This is not using real money, but it's going to, I'm just going to simulate how I would learn it for educational purposes. So let's see. So understand the rules. Okay, let's just play with $25 first. I'll put $25 in, and then I'll deal.
13.
So I'm at 13. So we're trying to follow basic strategy. So I start with 2 cards, and the dealer gets 2 cards, one face up and one face down. That's what we have here. Should we break this into, oops, got an email in the back. Let's see if we should break this into 2 screens and then just play on one side. Just for educational purposes. Like, the only reason why blackjack is kind of interesting to me is it involves a bit of statistics. And I just, it's almost like a rite of passage in Silicon Valley to get good at blackjack. So the dealer has a 10, and I have a 13. It's 2 cards, one face up, one face down. So you can do multiple things. You can hit. Let me make this bigger. So you can hit, stand, or double. So what am I going to do? You can hit. I can ask for another card. I could stand, which I don't get the next card. I can double down. It means double your bet and take only one more card. No idea what that means. Split. If you have a pair, you can split them into 2 hands, doubling your bet. Or you could surrender, forfeit half your bet, and give up your hand, if allowed by the casino. Interesting. So, key decisions, hard totals. No aces or aces counted as 1. So I have no aces. So my hand, so I have a 13. And the dealer's up card is a queen. So I have to, I would have to stand there. I'm 13, but they have a queen, so I actually have to hit. If doubling is not allowed, hit. Let me hit.
19.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay. What's a different? What's hard totals versus soft totals? If doubling is not allowed, hit. Okay. Okay, what am I at now? I'm at 19. So I'm at 19. I think I just have to stand. Where does it say that? Don't let emotions or gut feelings override the math. This is all math. You can practice using online or apps to familiarize yourself with the strategy chart. Many apps allow you input scenarios and will grade your decision. Okay. If I play optimally and it's 3-2. Because I heard that makes a difference, like the 3-2 thing. So Blackjack is one of the best casino games, but you're still going to lose. But you need to find tables with 3-2 play Blackjack payouts. Dealer stands on soft 17. Double after splits. Doubling after splits allowed, and that's a lot. Okay. Let's dig into what it means by like a soft hard total, soft total, or pairs. This is going to be interesting. So basically, if I play optimally, I'm still going to lose 2 decks, 6 decks, around the 64%. Yeah, so you're still going to lose, but it might be better odds than like roulette. Because roulette, they have the double zero. So, yeah, the double zero messes with it. How do you get a soft total? Okay, I'm gonna see like, what do I do here? You get a soft total in blackjack whenever your hand contains at least one ace and the ace counted as 11. So aces can count as 11 or as a 1. Interesting. Can a hand, so there's like there's a concept of like a hard total and a soft total. Yes, a hand can start as a soft total but later become a hard total depending on the cards added and how the ace is counted. However, at any given moment, the hand is either soft total or hard total. Okay. So how a hand changes. Starts as a soft total. A hand with an ace count as 11 is a soft total as long as it doesn't exceed. So ace plus 6, we have a soft 17. If you hit and the total exceeds 21, when the ace is counted, the ace must switch to a 1, thus turning into a hard total. Okay. So that makes sense. Soft total that remains soft. Ace plus 3 plus 4 equals soft. Ace plus 6 equals 17. And then when you hit and you get a 10, so you hit and get a 10, the hand becomes hard 17. Okay, interesting. If counting the ace as 11 would bust immediately, the hand is a hard total. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we're gonna look deeper into this. This is the basic strategy. So I don't have an ace, so I'm automatically at hard totals. So I'm at 19. Now, anytime you're between 17 and 21, you should stand. Okay. Dude, I was hitting on 17. Okay, every time you're between 17, just stand.
17. You win.
Let's go. Nice. Okay. Let's bet another 25 deal.
13.
So I'm at 13. That's a hard total still because I'm like no aces are counted. Let's see. 13, no aces. Wait. So the dealer's up card. So you have to look at your hand and the dealer's up card. So since I'm at 13, they have a 7 to ace. 7 to 8. I need to hit.
14.
Okay, now I'm at a soft. Or I think I'm at a hard. Yeah, I'm at a hard. Wait. Because this is 11. I was at 13. Okay, that would have over. I'm at a hard. This is still a hard hand. Hard total of 14. I'm going to hit again.
21.
Let's go,
18.
21.
You win.
Okay, I'm playing optimally. I'm up 50. Okay. I don't know if this goes against the YouTube standards, but I do not condone gambling. I already said it a few times. This is more just like educational purposes because this involves a bit of math. So, let's see. Let's deal.
10.
So I'm at 10. So they have I have a 10 and they have a 4. So since they have a 4, I'm going to double down. Yeah. I'm going to double.
20. 12. 19. You win.
Okay, this basic strategy is kind of wild. Let's just play like a few more hands. So I was at $1,000 and I'm at 1,100. Let's see. Okay. Let's turn this more educational. Like what is the math behind the basic strategy? Or yeah. Because I'm already up $100. I kind of need to know the math. What are we at now? 14 minutes. The math behind basic blackjack strategy is rooted in probability and expected value calculations. Each possible blackjack action in blackjack, such as hitting, standing, doubling down, or splitting, has a statistical probability of leading to certain outcomes, win, loss, or tie. Based on the cards in play, Pretty much basic strategy minimizes the house's edge by always choosing the action with the highest expected value. So it's like you're just playing optimally based on probabilities. Here's the math behind the basic blackjack strategy. Probability of outcomes. To determine the best action, blackjack strategy considers dealer's likelihood of busting based on the dealer's up card and whether they must hit on a soft 17. They must hit on soft 17. Okay, I need to, yeah. That means like they have an ace too. Player's chance of whether they must hit. Player's chance of improving. What are the probabilities of drawing a card that helps without busting? Winning probabilities. What are the odds that the player's final hand beats the dealer's hands? Wait, can you still count cards in casino these days? Let's see. So you can still count cards in casinos today, but it's much harder to gain a significant advantage compared to earlier decades due to changes in how blackjack is dealt. So card counting basics. Card counting is a strategy to track the ratio of high cards to low cards remaining in the deck. This helps you bet more when the deck is favorable. So rich in high cards, which are advantageous to the player, and bet less or play conservatively when the deck is unfavorable. So basically, when you're counting cards, you're trying to figure out how many high cards left and how many low cards, and from there, you're gonna be betting when there's more, when you know that the deck has more high cards, because it's more advantageous to you. So you gotta kind of keep that in your head. The most common system equals high-low count. Assign values to cards. 2 minus 6 equals 1. Or if it's 2 to 6, you just add 1. If it's 7 to 9, 0. And 10 to 1, you minus 1. Keep a running count as cards are dealt. Convert to a true count by dividing the running count by the number of decks remaining. Okay, how do you know how many decks are remaining then? Increase your bet when the true count is high. Exactly. Okay, interesting. So what are the challenges? While card counting itself is not illegal, casinos use various countermeasures to make it less effective. Multiple decks. Casinos often use 6 to 8 decks in a shoe, making it harder to keep an accurate count. This dilutes the advantage of counting since the effect of any single card is reduced. Frequent shuffling. Many casinos use continuous shuffling machines or shuffle the cards more frequently, resetting the count and neutralizing the strategy. Interesting. Rules have become less favorable for players, such as Blackjack pays 6 to 5 instead of 3 to 2. Dealer hits on soft 17. And there's restrictions on doubling or splitting. So definitely try to get a place where Blackjack is 3 to 2. Get a place where the dealer hits soft 17. I'm going to look up places in Vegas that do this so I can actually play optimally. Restrictions on doubling down. These rules are increasing the house edge, and the house just wants to win. Casinos monitor tables closely with cameras and floor staff trained on to spot counters. Sudden increase in bets when the count is favorable are a red flag. Barring or backing. While card counting is legal, casinos can refuse to let you play if they suspect you're counting. They may ask you to flat bet the same amount each hand, or leave the table entirely. They can kick you out. Can you still count cards successfully? Yes, but depends on your skill. Counting cards accurately and adjusting your bets subtly to avoid detection. Avoid finding tables with favorable rules. Or make sure you find tables with favorable rules. Avoid detection. Use a team strategy, like in a movie, or vary your play to avoid obvious patterns. Play at busy tables or during peak times to blend in with other players. So this is interesting. Okay. Like, how good can you make your odds? G card count. So you could actually gain an edge if you card count. So if you're really smart and you could hold all that information in your head, oh shoot, you could actually gain an expected value of 50 cents to $1.50. Okay. Can you teach me the basic strategy? Blackjack is starting to make more sense to me, so let me read this. Can you teach me the basic strategy? So this is kind of a repeat but before, but we just need to, after learning, like taking all that information, starting to make sense to me, I just need to actually get some practice before I go, and then figure out like where are the best, like what are the best odds and stuff like that, and go so I can hit the right casino. So key moves: hit, take another card, stand, keep your current hand, double down. So can you explain thoroughly when to do these? So this is a basic strategy chart that you probably need to study in order to actually play optimally. So let's see if there's any patterns there so I can kind of remember it. So if my hand is kind of low, most of the time I'm hitting. The only time I'm not hitting is when I'm over 17 or 21, and these are hard totals. And same A8 to, what does A8 to A9 mean? A8. Okay, these are soft totals. A8 to A9. What does A2 and A3 mean? Does that mean ace with a 2 or ace with a 3? So let's look into when to do these certain things. So hit. Hit is when you take another card. You hit when your current hand total is too low to compete with the dealer's likely total, and the risk of busting going over is minimal. So you want to hit when you know that your hand is worse compared to the dealer's. Like the dealer is better. So let's just run this again.
9.
So my actually the odds the dealer's is going to be better than me is high because I have only 9. This could be like 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king, ace, like all those different combinations. And so there's more than a 50% chance that this one is going to be higher than me. Okay, we need a higher total compete. So I have a low total. So I'm gonna hit because I need to compete with the
20.
dealer. Ooh, 20? Like when you're at 20, let's see. Do I stand? What are pairs? Okay. So I have a A9, I think. So A8 means you have a ace is counted as 11 and the 8 adds up to 19. So I'm at an A9, so that's 20. This is like a great hand. I'm gonna just stand. I'm gonna
5.
beat this guy.
23. Bust.
Bust.
You win.
Okay, I'm up $125 and I started with $1,000. So let's see. Eight. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, let's read back on these again. So we just need to study the basic chart. So always hit because you cannot bust and need a higher total to compete. Hit when the dealer's up card is a strong 7 to ace. So if I have 12 and 16, I'll hit when the dealer's up card is strong. The dealer is more likely to end with a total of 17 to 21. So you need to improve your hand. Okay, so if I'm between 12 to 16, like I'm in the teenage or I'm in the preteen range, I need to hit. Like if I'm in junior high to high school, essentially, I need to hit. So 12 to 16, I just need to remember that. I'll always hit if I'm like under, like if I'm still in elementary or something. That's kind of how I'm remembering these. So 12 to 16. So soft totals. Hit soft hands until you reach a competitive total like 18. So if I'm at an A2 and A6, because A's can be counted as 1, I'll hit until I hit a competitive total like 18 or higher. Soft hands are flexible because the ace can count as 11, 1 or 11, minimizing the risk of busting. Okay. Cool. When you aim to build a stronger hand when the dealer has a high chance of beating your current total. Why hit? Okay, cool. So when do we stand? You stand when your hand is a very strong like we're trying to hit. Pretend let's deal. Let's put in another $25. Definitely the key to gambling is don't gamble too much money.
13.
So I'm at a 13. That's a hard 13. They have a weak card. Very weak card. So let's see what the basic strategy says there. I'm at 13. And the dealer's up card is 2 to 6. Like, it's very weak. So I'm just going to stand.
12.
Ooh, no.
17.
See? Even though you followed the basic strategy, you could still lose. So I just lost some money back down to up 100. So when do we hit? Okay, when do we stand? So you stand when your hand is strong enough to compete with or beat the dealer's likely total or when the dealer is likely to bust. So when to stand? If the hard total of 70, if my total is 17 to 21, so these are strong totals that are rarely improved with additional cards. So what is this? These are okay. Yeah. So if I'm between 17 to 21, like I'm just gonna stay. Hard totals. Totals of 12 to 16 against the dealer's 2 to 6. So the dealer has a high bust probability on low up cards. So the dealer has a high bust probability, 35 on low up cards. So you let them make a mistake rather than risk busting yourself. Okay. So soft totals of A7, 18 or higher. These are strong and can beat the so soft totals of A7 or higher. These totals are strong and can beat the dealer's average hand. Okay. So if I'm like at A7, A8 or A9, I'm just going to stand. So I think you start to stand when you have a really high number, like over 17 essentially. And then like if the dealer also has a low like okay, let's see. Need to print out this basic strategy. So you try to stand when they're like have low cards 2 to 6. or if you have high. Pretty much when they're like low to 6, you need to stand. Okay, cool. So that's when you stand. You want to let them lose to themselves, or like the probability that they're gonna beat your hand is low. So why stand? Pretty much you stand when you want to protect a solid hand or let the dealer's weakness work in your favor. Double down. Okay, when do we want to double down? Double down, double your bet and take one additional card. You double down when the odds are heavily in your favor to make a strong deal with one more card. So when to double. Player total 9 against dealer 3 to 6. You're likely to draw a 10 value card, giving you a 19, which is strong against weak dealer up cards. Player 10, so we need to double down. So player total 10 or 11 against dealer 2 to 9. So if I have a 9 and they have a 3 to 6, I'm going to double down. Because my hand is stronger than theirs. Player total 10 or 11 against a weak dealer 2 to 9. A value card gives you 10 or 21, which often wins. 10 or 11 against dealer 2 to 9. A 10 value card gives you 20. Okay. Soft hands. So if you have A2 to A6 against a dealer's 4 to 6, these hands have high potential to improve significantly with one card. Okay, I see. Okay. When you get a good hands, you should double down because you know
12,
I have a 12 and they have a 5. I think, let's see. This is a soft or hard total, 12. And they're 4 to 6. I'm just going to stand.
15, 25. Bust.
Bust.
You win.
Because they have to hit. When does the dealer have to hit? I think the dealer... How do you spell this? Oh, sorry. Okay, when do we split? You split when a pair can be turned into two potentially strong hands, especially if the dealer is vulnerable. So always split aces. Two separate aces gives you two chances to make a strong hand. Always split eights. A pair of eights totals 16, which is a weak hand. Splitting allows you to start two hands at 8, which have better potential to win both of them. Split 2s, 3s, 6s, or 7s against dealers. These cards give you a chance to build strong hands while the dealer is in a weak position. Split 9s, dude, there's so much to this. That's why I'm trying to learn it, because it's just some extra thing that I feel like you have to use your brain a little, and you have to like do a little bit of memorization. So split 9s against the dealers 2 to 6 or 8 or 9. A pair of 9s is already strong, but splitting against weaker dealer cards can result in two winning hands. Why split? To maximize your chances of winning by turning one weak or average hand into two potentially stronger ones. So never split 10s. A total of 20 is one of the best hands in blackjack. Never split 5s. A pair of 5s totals 10s, which is better played as a single hand, usually by doubling down. Okay. Surrender is a defensive move used when your chances of winning are very low. Not all casinos offer this option. There are two types. Early surrender, available before the dealer checks for blackjack. Available only if the dealer doesn't have blackjack. Okay. This is interesting. So when do we want to surrender? Surrender, forfeit half your bet and give up your hand. Surrender is a defensive move used when your chances of winning are very low. So When to surrender. 16 against a dealer's 9, 10, or ace. A hard 16 is very likely to lose against these strong dealer up cards, and surrender minimizes your loss. Okay. Okay. So key summary. Hit. When your hand is weak or can be improved significantly without a risk of busting. Stand. When your hand is strong enough to win. So, yeah, when your hand is strong enough to win and the dealer is likely to bust. Stand. Double down. When you have a high chance of improving to a winning total with one card, you should double down. And you could split. When dividing a pair increases the chances of winning. So, yeah, you can split. When dividing a pair increases the chance of winning. I see. Yeah, this is so much. In Blackjack, the dealer's actions are determined by fixed rules, which vary slightly depending on the casino. Here's a breakdown of the dealer must hit until their total is at least 17. So dealer's hand total is 16 or lower. The dealer is required to hit because they're at risk at losing to a higher player. If the dealer hand includes a soft 17, that means, yeah, that means they have like a ace and a 6 or something. They must hit. In other games, the dealer must stand. This is better for players because it increases the dealer's bust chances. So, the dealer has no discretion over their actions, which prevents them from making... Okay, these are the fixed rules. Why can't you just hit like the dealer? I mean, actually, that's kind of dumb because you need to be able to like now that you get the chance, you might have the odds. Yeah, exactly. The dealer doesn't have a choice, but you do. The dealer goes last. Okay. Dude, this basic strategy thing is crazy. It's a lot to take in. I'm gonna need to take a break at some point and then just like keep studying for another hour or so, and then before I actually hit the casino. How long is this video so far? 38 minutes. Let's just see. Let's just play for like a few more minutes.
14.
So I'm at 14, but it's a soft 14. So I have an A and a 3. Dealer's up card is a 10. I need to hit. I need to hit to compete with that person's hand because that person's hand is strong.
21.
Let's
20.
Go.
You win.
That's crazy. Okay, let's do another 25.
11.
So this is a hard 11. So no matter, like I have a strong, 11 is strong, so I should definitely like double down.
21. 13. 23. Bust.
That's crazy.
You win.
Okay, I'm up $200 and like I'm just end the video here because when you're up money in the casino, take your money and just leave. Yeah, that's my strategy. I just turned 1,000 into 1,200 and I'm gonna go run away and spend that on ads to grow my channel. All right, see you in the next video.